I'm Katrina, this is So and Tare, and today we are harvesting some peaches. We'll harvest the rest later. This peach tree is a desert gold peach. It is an early variety, and it is pretty awesome to have peaches early. So, I did not prune, I did not thin this year, so they end up with smaller fruits. And they are still good. So usually when you don't prune and you don't thin, you end up with smaller fruits, and they become more tart. But this one is actually same sweetness. Same sweetness as the big ones when it does a big one. And so I'm gonna get these picked. Now, when picking peaches, this one, you see it might have a little tiny point. If you are growing your own peaches and you have peaches with a point on them, my nectar peach has a very big point on them, there is a specific way to lay them into a basket that will extend their lifespan, their shelf life. And that is to put it where the attachment point from the tree is down and the point is up, because then you won't bruise that. If you bruise the point, that is when the fruit starts to go bad. So if you avoid that, and you can stack them, you can actually stack them by avoiding the points, and that will do the best. Now today I am collecting them, a basket full for a potluck, and who doesn't love fresh peaches at a potluck? But I am still going to stack them the same way because, hey, we don't know how long the potluck's gonna last. We don't know, if I'm gonna end up taking some home, if other people are gonna take some home. We want to preserve that end, and really the whole thing, but that end in particular is most important because it is the most delicate. So, short video today. I'm going to be harvesting. I'll show you what I get, and then I'm actually gonna harvest the tree another day. What's great about this is it's so productive. It's so very productive, and because I did not prune, I do have a broken branch, so I'm going to pick off of that branch first. Things seem to be ripe on that branch, and we'll get it into a basket. After not having fresh fruit for winter, peaches, guys, peaches. All right, come along. So here is that broken branch. You can see the break right there. And so we're going to be harvesting off of that. Look at that, it broke in 2 places. So heavy. We're going to be harvesting off of that. So peaches are ready when they come off in your hand. If you want to pick peaches early, you can. They will shelf ripen, but if they come off in your hand, they are ready. This branch in particular is pretty ready, and but because I am picking for a potluck, I am only picking the ripe ones because people are going to eat them today. And you have an opportunity to eat the peaches, eat all of your fruit at its prime, optimal ripeness. And why wouldn't you, right? All right, so here's an example. That one has a little bit more of a point. There's an example. Now the peaches, now the finches, specifically birds, have been pecking at the top, and that is, it's okay, I can share. It's kind of a little unfortunate though, because I'd rather not share with them that much, because they generally don't pick the same peach to peck on each time. They tend to go, oh, what about this one? What about this one over here? And it can become, you know, a little bite here, a little bite there, and that's not fun. Now, something you may notice is I do have this shade sail over the pond, and that's really to shade the pond, but it also acts to catch peaches before they go in the pond. I have tried to save peaches, like if I see a peach land in the pond, and I'm like, oh, I gotta save that, I gotta eat it. And yeah, as soon as it's in the pond, it nearly immediately gets pond flavored, and it's not worth saving. So either I pull it out and give it to the chickens or the quail, or I actually, sometimes I just leave it there. It's not a great idea to leave all of them there, but you can leave some of them there, no problem. There are fish in there that they will eat some of that. I actually don't know how much they eat. I know they eat, you know, like mosquito larvae and that kind of stuff, and then they also eat like the algae in the pond. But who knows? I don't know if they actually go after peaches. Alright, so I have a whole bottom layer here. I'm going to show you, once I get a few more in here, how I stack them. Oops. Oh, lost a peach. Alright, let me take you down here and I'll show you what I mean when I stack them. So here's the basket I'm using today, and as you can see, the bottom layer is done, is full. They are face down, so there's a point, there's a point, there's a point. All the points are face up, and then when I double stack, they go in between. So this goes in between all the points, and you can continue to stack that. I wouldn't go much higher than 3 if you're, you know, wanting fresh. If they're a little harder and you're gonna if you're a little harder and you're going to like can them, you can go higher because they're going to get a little bit destroyed in the process anyway. Now if you're wondering, well, man, I really want a peach tree, where do I get one? You can get one anywhere. This peach tree was $6 at Grocery Outlet, and it is a fabulous producer. And I mean, I've gotten trees for $4 at Grocery Outlet. The one time I spent $100 on a tree, don't do that, guys. Yeah, I ended up letting the rootstock grow because the fruit was not great, and that was the Valencia orange. The Valencia orange was always dry, and so I didn't like it. It was dry for years, so it was, and none of the other citrus, which grow in close proximity, had that issue. So I decided, okay, rootstock really wants to grow. I'm gonna let it grow, see how it tastes. And it does actually have fruit on it this year, so this winter it will have, it'll have fruit that, you know, people can taste. So, all right, I'm running out of. Oops, that one came off. Look how tiny that one is. All right. So again, oops, if I was picking for like canning, it would be a different process. I just pick all of them. When you can, number one, I usually don't get to it for a day or two after I pick, just how I operate. It's best if you do it right away, but come on, time, right? And then if you, if they're a little bit underripe, it's okay when you're canning, because they're gonna be cooking a little bit anyway, and that softens them, and you're still gonna have good flavor. So I really want to encourage you, when you're picking any of your fruit, let's see, any, there might be some qualifier that it doesn't apply to, but when you're picking fruit, this is true with peaches, it's true with citrus, it's true with really anything that I can think of right now. If a little twist and a little tug doesn't give it to you, it's not ripe yet. And yeah, you can still eat it, but it's not ripe yet and it doesn't want to come off the tree, and you should let it continue to mature. If you're yanking on something like that one, you can, well, okay. There's some on here that, you know, you're yanking on it, it's not coming off. Then it needs another day or two. It might even only need half a day. And picking them just right off the plant is going to be your best result. So I think that's all I can reach as far as height goes for the ones that are absolutely ready. So I'm going to move on to over here. And over here I'm seeing some, it's a little bit bigger. So I just want to do maybe one more layer, because we want to have enough for people to have some. Now, other people are providing other foods, so I don't have to provide food for everybody, but I tend to want to. If you've ever been to a potluck with me, you might know that already. I always want to bring enough that everybody can have some of everything. That one's nice and soft. See, this one I can feel is, it's soft, and it just needs a little bit of pull. Actually, that one did juice up, so if you do break the skin, if you're taking it directly to a potluck, that's fine. But if you're going to be storing it for even a day, put this in a different basket so you know that the skin is broken, or eat it. Juicy. They're good this year. It's awesome. Good breakfast. All right, this looks great to me. What do you guys think? I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you are enthusiastic about growing peaches this year, picking peaches this year, making things out of peaches this year, everything peaches this year. And thank you for watching. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't subscribed, and have a fabulous day. Have a wonderful day. It's nice. Thank you for watching.